Good morning. Good morning. I'm Chef Samantha Gowing from the Cordon Bleu Online Learning, and I'm here in Paris, amazingly, Le Cordon Bleu, and it's my great pleasure to meet you, Chef Alexandra Didier. Welcome. Let's learn about plants in France.
In France, exactly. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased and honored to see you too.
Thank you for having me.
In Cordon Bleu Paris.
It's incredible. That's an incredible experience for myself. Tell me, how did you get involved? What is your background and what brings you to the plant-based program?
So speaking of my background a little bit, before coming to Cordon Bleu Paris, I was always very passionate to cooking. By the way, I'm coming from the Ukraine, so so when I was coming to Paris, it was like really falling in love with French cuisine. And so I was working in different restaurants, and one of the greatest experience was by Georges V, which is Georges V, where I learned so much about high gastronomy with Chef Alexandra, who is also director of our institute. And as you know, in Cordon Bleu Paris, we are, after Georges V, I was looking for something to transmit, to share with my experience as also international experience, I would say also, to come in to institute and to share it with our students. And so after that, it's already 7 years that I'm working in this wonderful institute, that we are following different programs. And we develop, for example, a nutrition program that also very popular and very important today. Yes. And we 2 years before, we started to work on the plant-based program. And the idea was, for us as a chefs, it's to, there is different program where you can work different techniques. It's really a big work of French cuisine techniques on different kinds of recipes. And when you see the plants, it was interesting to see and to offer this time to take one product and with the techniques that you know from traditional background, to develop it, to decline it in different ways. Yes. And this was the idea of this program, to develop different families of plants and to create even more and to focus on the plants.
Yes.
This was the idea.
And how has that been received for you from a Parisian perspective with the students here? Because the participants we have in the online learning program, of course, is a global participation. And from our Australian interpretation of the plant-based programs, it is all about the plants. And we have found there is a huge innovation moving forward, but also with our technology and using traditional methodology as well, we've seen there's a beautiful integration. Do you notice that here? Do your participants also want to know more about the plants with their technical background? They're very interested, or are they also a little bit resistant? What's happening from your perspective?
That's a great question. Actually, we all chefs in the institute, we noticed that actually we have the students from all around, and we also have students, they have finished superior, because they do basic cuisine, intermediate, and superior. And even after superior, they're interested in this program, because with the same reason that we said, we have this tendency and the curiosity of students that, okay, I know the technique, I have these knowledges, and right now I will be focused on with these backgrounds to see how I can create something more using only the plants. And so we found in France it's common, little by little. Some people will be still conservative, but some people they're following this movement, which is great, because there is also for different reasons. For the reasons of course, products, seasonality, sustainability, environmental reasons. And all these, I think, in France, we feel it little by little, people taking conscious that it's really important.
Yes. And there seems to be, I've been in the world of nutrition for a long time now, for nearly 30 years, and this innovation from the Cordon Bleu globally to really tie this plant-based movement together as the leader in the field. I've seen such a tremendous following, and I'm really excited about the future and the future programs that we have to offer as well. And I've seen so many people that I've taught really take it on and really understand the power of the plants, but also acknowledging that they can still enjoy an omnivore approach, eating everything, but perhaps with a greater awareness of including more plants on a daily basis, or perhaps, as we have discussed previously, maybe by the week or by the month. So how do people, from your perspective, bring more plants to their day? What can they do to improve their plant-based awareness, do you think?
So actually, there is a different approach that could be today, if already with the knowledges as we offer with our programs and techniques, that opens a lot of, it helps actually to open the mind. So when they, in France, you have so much beautiful products produced, and sometimes people don't know how to use it and how to use it different ways. And whether, even if you take one of the example, the different methods of conserving, sometimes people will say, okay, the tomatoes we can eat only in August and after, But if they learn, as with us in plant-based program, how to conserve with it, because there is many methods. So this approach helps them to use these products then later, and so to follow the seasonality, for example. It's one of the examples that could be. Wonderful. And it's so easy, then it's conserved, then they happen in December or something, I don't know, pickled vegetables. That could be so beautiful and so creative in your plate, because the idea is to finish with a beautiful plate that gives you the envy and gourmet one, because we have to not forget that the creation and the using of plants should be at the end staying gourmet. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think, Viva good as well, because that brings us full circle as well, because we, from our Australian perspective, have a wonderful cuisine as well, which we draw so much from Europe and, of course, from French cuisine, and which underpins everything. But ultimately, it is produce-driven, and seasonality is so important in our country because our weather is so extreme. But your trans-seasonal approach is wonderful, because we can bring those fermented ingredients, for example, that you have pickled in the summertime, and bring them to add value to the winter plate as well. So I think there's a beautiful cycle there, and particularly with the laws and force of Mother Nature, we have that only to add more flavour and to enhance what we're doing.
100% agree.
It's such a pleasure to speak with you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we're wonderful for us to see each other again, I hope. Exactly. It will be great. It will be a great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.